more people to finance them and release them. That's what we need. We just lost one place. So it's, it's unfortunate that the business is contracting, but it'll change. It'll come back.
You can see it's all pulling right there.
Yeah.
And then tape it.
It's business. Unfortunately, we can't control it, and it happened, and we'll make the best of it.
I think we have been going through a tumult for some time. I don't know. We don't know, but we need to keep a watchful eye. I think we need to decide who we are and what we want to be, what kind of consumer we want to be, what kind of community we want to be, and have a conversation with them who have a lot of power in how we tell those stories.
Yeah.
I think as producers, you're always just trying to tell the best stories and find the best home for it. And we own Point Grey. We're working with Paramount on a few things, and we know Mike and Pam as well at Warner Brothers. And Ted was in the show, and so these are people that we know, and they're human beings who are trying to make good stuff as well. So we'll just continue to do our part to share with them what we think is good, and then you let the chips fall where they may. That's the sort of the piece about producing that everybody forgets. It's like you put your best foot forward, and then someone else says yes or no. So.
That's good.
Thank you. Hi, Karen. Yeah, Karen, if I can get your eyes here, please. Yeah, eyes right here, Karen. Thank you.
I'm very much the kind of person to sort of sit back and wait. Like, I'm just going to see what happens. When we first heard that WB was merging with Netflix, that was literally just a couple weeks ago that we heard that was happening. So I very much want to sit back, see what's happening, try not to read any tea leaves, and just, let the industry do what it does. I mean, our industry has been through mergers and back and forth over the last decades of time, and I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just trying to wait and see. Maybe 48 hours old. Maybe I'll just wait a couple weeks to see how this pans out. Yeah.
I mean, I think the most important thing to have is grit and tenacity, and whatever's happening in the industry is keeping your eye on the prize and the work that you want to do and the collaborators that you want to work with, and try to shut out the noise as much as you can, because you can't control that. Whatever's happening in the industry is going to happen with the industry, but if you can just focus on what you need to do and the work that you want to make, hopefully the pieces will fall into place after that.
The connection between my producers and me as a director, I can say, has been so important. That kind of support and to take risks, and I think that's so much of what we need to preserve in our film culture.
Yeah.
You to keep doing original stories, whatever your voice is. You just keep doing it, and like Damon said, to keep the noise out and to protect your artists.
Yeah.
We're asking regulators to take a look at whatever proposed merger would happen and take a look at and make sure that we protect competition, obviously protect producers, freedom of expression, and theatrical distribution. Yes, everything. Yeah. So.
And jobs.
Especially.
We do not want to lose jobs.
Yeah.
It's really sad. It's just been an incredibly, it's just an incredibly sad thing for anyone that knew her, and we were all fortunate enough to be able to work with her and get to know her personally. And so, in terms of like the show pivoting, it's hard to even think about. It's just a different show. I mean, just without her, that's just something we have to sort of account for day to day. But it's just really sad, honestly. So, yeah.
She's irreplaceable.
Yeah.
So at no point were we ever thinking about like swapping someone in. It's just Catherine O'Hara is one of one.
Yep.
We were all privileged to have gotten the chance to work with her, and it was devastating. And so we're just trying to do the best job we can with what pieces we have.
Well, it's pretty overwhelming, to be quite honest with you, but I really have to remind myself that it comes down to the work that I did in the film. So that's exciting. But tonight we're here for the producers, and nothing can get done unless these men and women work their tails off every day to do this kind of stuff. So I'm really glad to be here.
looking straight ahead. Hold that right there. Last one.
You know, I'm always looking for the canvas to tell the story, and you know, this was an idea that I had. I wasn't sure I could sell that in the room for a film, and I really appreciated getting a chance to work out the idea on this new canvas called Novelist.
Is that potentially then going to turn into a film or series?
Absolutely, absolutely. I found another way to develop and produce. I always find a new way to produce.